finally upon us. And for high school athletes around our area and around the country, it's finally time to put the pen to the paper and decide which college they'll be attending next fall. ESPN 760 and WPTV, we're all over the Treasure Coast and Palm Beach County covering the biggest signings today. We start first, as we should, with football powerhouse Dwyer. Quarterback Jacoby Brissett will wait until Friday night to announce his decision, but the Panthers did have a surprise today. Defensive end Kurt Maggitt announced he'll be playing at Tennessee. In all, 8 players signed scholarship letters today, including Nick O'Leary, considered the nation's top tight end. He stuck with his commitment to Florida State.
Freshman year, I wouldn't thought I was going to sign anywhere. But, I don't know, Coach kept in that, stuck with me, and made me the best I can be. Just a place I've always wanted to be at, and, I know a lot of people going up there, and I feel like this recruiting class is going to bring Florida State back.
Atlantic High School is keeping its Virginia Tech connection alive. Defensive lineman Wedele Estime and Luther Mady will play for the Hokies next year. Linebacker Jafet Matulis is headed to Minnesota, while wide receivers Ezekiel Turner and J-Rod Beard signed with FIU and Hampton, respectively, today. To West Boca, the Bulls had 2 football players sign letters of intent. 2010 Groza Awards place kicker finalist Marl Bondi signed with Nebraska, and wide receiver Robert Lockhart will be joining the Atlantic tandem at Virginia Tech. Just east of I-95, the Place Kicker of the Year award winner signed today. Boca High's David McNell signed with Harvard, not bad, and his teammate defensive tackle Sean Ronan signed with Dartmouth. Park Vista had 5 signees for football. Offensive lineman Mike Mantulis and Cody Preble will be headed to South Carolina and Wake Forest, respectively. The man they blocked for, running back Trey Mason, sent his letter of intent to Auburn. All 3 of those were known for a while. Tight end Matt Rodriguez signed with Delaware. Offensive lineman Zach Sibrava signed with Charleston Southern. Over at Santa Lucia's High, defensive back Terrence Floyd signed his letter of intent with my alma mater, Wisconsin. His teammates Ben Esteca and Jordan St. Louis will both be heading to Colorado State, Puebla, next year. Wellington High and 1 player signed today. Offensive tackle Brynjard Gudmundsson will be headed to Tampa to play for USF. Up at Treasure Coast High, it was another big year for Florida State as defensive backs Lamarcus Brutus and Keelan Smith both signed with the school. The Titans had also 4 other players sign letters of intent. Fort Pierce Westwood had 2 players signed. Defensive tackle Demetrius Anderson will be heading up I-95 to play for UCF. Teammate Brandon Ross signed with Savannah State. Now to the private schools. Pope John Paul sending 1 young man to college. Running back Gore Simmerville is headed to Bryant College in Rhode Island. The first scholarship signee for the first-year head coach and former Dolphin, Autry Denson. American Heritage had 3 players sign letters. Wide receiver Hervé Kobe and Kyle Reynolds signed with Bowling Green and Union College, respectively. Defensive lineman Robby Nasiff will be staying home next year and will join Coach Howard Schnellenberger at FAU. At Jupiter Christian, running back Trey Prendergrass, one of the best players in the area, sent his letter of intent to Eastern Illinois, and wide receiver Josh Talbot sent his to Wagner. Over at St. Andrews, the Scots are sending a pair of players to the next level. Quarterback Cameron Crage will play at Dartmouth, while linebacker Vincent Biasi is headed to Washington University in St. Louis. That's just some of the guys that signed today. And that's just football, by the way. We'll have more at 11, to say the least.
And so the question mark today is Jacoby Brissett. He's maybe next week.
And the thing that I like about him, because I talked to Dwyer's head coach Jack Daniels today on the radio, he's not one of these guys looking for attention. He really doesn't know where he's going to go, and he'll make that announcement by Friday. He's giving himself that deadline. But I would say right now, and I could be wrong, as there goes my pen, I would say right now Miami. But I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong.
We will find out. That is it for us right now. Join us some more local coverage you can count on tonight on News Channel 5 at 11.
NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams is next.
And don't forget, we're breaking news on WPTV.com for all of us here at News Channel 5. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.